G'day everyone, welcome to another session of my resin art for beginners. Something different today and pretty simple, so you won't have a problem. It's going to be pretty blingy. For all the beginners, please do refer to my earlier videos where I explain how I mix my resin. It's pretty simple. This one is, the resin I'm using today is Dancks Crystal Cast, and this one is measured by weight, so it's easy for me because I can just put it in a cup and just mix it all, measure it all in the same cup, you know, and then I throw away the cup. So I've got some powder pigments here. I've got a lovely green here. It's like a palish green, and I'm testing these at the moment to see how they work in powder. The company that I'm dealing with has some really cool, amazing powders, so I would like to try as many as possible, and then I'll refer you guys, or I'll be able to supply these pigments myself, so you don't have to buy large quantities, because most of the manufacturers sell by kilo, 10 kilo, you know, it's just a lot to buy for one person. So it's always good to have somebody who can do this so you don't have to. So powders are really super easy to mix if they are good powders. It's always a good idea, which is not what I did here, it's always a good idea to pour a little bit of resin and then mix really well, and then add some more resin to it. But I just went ahead and poured a whole lot of resin, so I'm going to be struggling with this now to mix it in. So do what I say, not what I do. I'm just so used to doing this, always in a hurry, so hopefully you will do it the right way. Okay, so that one mixed finally, and this is a dark green with some green glitter. So I just put a little bit of green glitter in it. You know, you can mix your powders to create different colors. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it being a little bit unmixed, because I'm going to be creating like a geode, and they just like crystals, and there's no perfect one. You do get specks of different things in there, and this is just some of that glitter, which I just wanted a little bit of it, and then spread it around, pour it over things around. And this pigment is it's a beautiful chocolate, like a chocolate color, which I love. But I'm just going to have to add a little bit more in there because it's a bit on the transparent side. And like I said, you can go nuts with adding pigments to your resin. 10% doesn't really count for powders, but you can add more. One thing to know when working with powders, you have to be really super careful, because I keep saying it, but just in case you missed it in the last video, working with powders, these tiny little particles are very dangerous for you to breathe in, so keep well away from it. Wear a mask, a dust mask or a respirator, and have your place well ventilated, you know, open windows, have a fan going. If you have an exhaust fan, that's really good as well. Don't stand right above it as you're mixing. Be careful. Also, when working with resin, resin is highly toxic, guys, especially when you are burning it. So do wear a respirator, especially if you're doing a really large piece, because there'll be obviously a lot more fumes, so you don't want to be breathing that in. So some people are highly allergic, so you get an allergic reaction like me. And now that has settled, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to flare up again, so I've got to be extra careful. But I'm doing a small piece now, so I'm not too worried. I've got my fan going, I've got my aircon going, blowing the air out, and I've got my door open. So I'm trying to be as safe as possible. Okay, let's get started. So I could do the geode in the middle, but I won't, because this is going to be an abstract painting, and I'm just going to go with it, go a little bit with the clear just over this MDF board, which has been primed with some gesso and taped underneath. I also have a paper, so there's no room for leakage. So I'm just going to go and use up some of this clear. Let's see what happens. Quite excited because I haven't done a painting like this before. So, okay, use my hands, much quicker. And just going along. While I'm doing this, just wanted to invite you all, if you're not in my Facebook group, please join us. It is a really beautiful group. I belong to a few other groups, and some of them are really lovely, and some of them are just so full of drama, and we don't get any of that in my group. I've got a lovely admin, Laura, who looks after things when I can't get to it. So any kind of questions or you know, anything that you want to know, talk to Laura about it. She's absolutely lovely, and she's very helpful, and if she can't help, she will refer you to somebody else who can. That's just how we do it in the group. The group is called Fluid Art Community with Suzana Dancks, and I'm in there as often as I can, but at the moment I'm really heavily involved. Okay, so my video stopped recording, my camera stopped recording, so that's quite annoying. All I did was I just added some of this gorgeous brown, and I was saying how really beautiful it is. I love it because it's a bit bronzy. It's got a bit of bronze sort of shimmer to it. And now I'm just adding some of this lighter green. Ooh, that's, oh my goodness, it's kind of pearly. I'm definitely going to look into getting some of this. It's quite lovely. Just have to pop something underneath here to lift this up a bit. Keeps pulling to that side. Make sure I'm still on. That is so annoying when that happens. I went ahead and deleted some old videos so that I can continue with this one. So I've done that. Now I'm going to do another one over here. See, very randomly. And I like how they merge together as well. Wow. This is so nice. Beautiful. These are not normally the colors that I use. Although I love earth colors. I love the browns and the creams and the deep reds. This one I'm just going to go a little bit like this, just to change it a little bit, give it a bit of something. And then I think I might want to add a little bit more of this one. Gotta be careful now not to mess it up. I just feel that it needs a little bit more just over here. And I'll leave that as a negative space. I like my negative space, and I'm just going to kind of merge these together a little bit. A bit of interest there. And yes, now we're going to go ahead with this darker green, which has a little bit of that glitter in it. And here I go. Good idea to level your table really well, which is something I haven't done today. Too eager to play, see? That's alright, just get those two to merge. But you know, with abstract art or pouring art, it depends on if you want to create a specific look. But I'm not really too worried about this one because I don't mind a little bit of movement. So it's up to the individual and what you want to do, really. If you want it to look almost exactly as when you did it, then have your table, your surface leveled really, really well. I love the way these merge together. It's really lovely to see, giving it a kind of a natural look. So I could use my hand if I wanted to here, but I'm too lazy, so I'm just using whatever I got in my hand, which is a stick at the moment. Oops, that one belongs here. That's actually quite nice. I'm going to go with more of that green on this side here. And all of it. Get it all there. Beautiful. Sit down a little bit. I'm going to use my hand now just to go and pull that. And my resin is starting to thicken up a little bit now because I had a bit of an interruption. My son just he came back from Brazil with his girlfriend and popped in, and I was in the middle of doing this. So I had to kind of run out and just say to him, wait for half an hour and I'll be all right to have a chat. A bit of torching just to get rid of those bubbles. It's already starting to look really cool there. I think I want to go ahead with some of this glittery just over. It's going to be quite, just do a light little line. Let that merge into that. This is just clear resin with a bit of glitter. Got to be careful over here so I don't. Ooh, it's not easy doing it with the left hand, I'll tell you that. Unless you're left-handed, then it doesn't matter. So that's creating a little bit of depth here with that clear and this green over the top of it and that glitter, so you can actually really see the height of the actual pigment. I'm just going across because the pigment is denser, so it kind of drops down. I'm just helping it pop up again by moving this back and forth like so. It's looking pretty cool, I can tell you that. Now I've got a lot of this clear resin left, which I'm going to just pour over here. This will still move, and I might even help it move with a bit of a, see, I've got a stain there. I'll fix that by putting some pigment on there. So what I was saying, yeah, I'm going to help it move with my heat gun. Some over here. So it's not your original geode. It's different. I wanted it to look different. I like to play with things and make it look special if I can. Okay, so that's that side, and now this side a little bit, just to combine these two like so. And I want to add some more of this gorgeous bronze just over here. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, so I might use either a syringe or my pipette. You use a pipette. If I can get it out, come on. You just get a cleaner line. This one you can just pull it. Go. I think I'm just going to leave that as is. It actually looks pretty good already. And some of this glitter just through there, just to give it some more. And some more of this green. I like this green. I'm going to empty all of that just there. Let it drip. And more of this clear, just to fill in those bits, and some more of that lovely brown chocolate bronze colour just down here. Just adding some more clear. Am I still on? Yes, thank goodness. Now, I did say I was going to cover up this here, which, yep, I'm going to have to do it soon. You can use this clear. It's just, it's really lovely to, and it shows the depth. I wish I had some more of that green. Might be able to scrape up some and do something crazy. I need to camouflage that blob that I had there. Sometimes you just have to improvise, and this is how I'm gonna do it. More glitter. Okay, so I'm going to clean my hands now and get some actual more glitter and just sprinkle it everywhere. So here is my lovely glitter. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle it just with this little spoon that I have. I'm just going to sprinkle it and allow it to fall straight through the resin. And then I'm going to swirl it and get it all, I'll stand up, can't see. You can get different coloured ones. I'm just trying to keep this one green. And once I get my heat gun in there, it's gonna move it around. Might even go through here a little bit. Just got better control by using some sort of a tool. And get my little stick. See if I can move it a little bit. To make it blend a bit better. I do like my lines, as you know, so I do tend to always add some lines. And now I should get my heat gun involved and see what other magic I can create. Lower heat first. I'm going to go here and try to spread this out a bit. Wow, this green is looking so awesome. Quite like that. Gonna have to add a little bit of this. Wow, it's quite good. Wow, you should see the drops. They're amazing. I'm gonna use them up for something else, but I do want to add a little bit of this, maybe some of this glitter. No, some more of this green. I think I have to cover that blob. Okay, and definitely going to use some of this just to, where's my brown stick gone? I'll just use this one. I just want to go like that. Just adding some more here. So we got a few different shades going on here, more transparent ones and deeper colors. There we go. The lines just create some really awesome effects. Okay, don't know what it looks like up there, but from down here it looks really pretty. The glitter is looking awesome, really cool. Yeah, gonna add a little bit more glitter over here. I think it needs a little bit just along here. And then I'm just going to swoosh it around just with a stick. Oh. Just swoosh it around with a stick. There you go. So, hopefully it'll stay like this. And if it doesn't, then it'll still be cool, I think. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at this, and I'm gonna put this somewhere safe, and I've got a little bit more resin left that I can use to do another tiny little painting, because I don't want to waste all the resin. That would be just very, very bad. We don't like wasting things, do we? Then I'm going to let this move and do its own thing. Now you could tilt. You can tilt things, you can, you know, do it whichever way you want to do it. Probably a little bit of gold or something like that in the middle might work. I might actually try and dig out some gold powder and see how I go. Okay, so I've got a little bit of this, it's a bronzy colour. It's not quite, it's not a gold, but I think it needs something to lift this painting up. It just needs a little bit of something else. And like I said, you can't really go wrong. Just follow your instinct and do something. So all I'm doing is I'm just pulling this across, and I might even go over here a little bit. Just to kind of separate that. There we go. Quick torch, and I'm going to leave it alone. Got a few bubbles here. That's it. Enough torching. Alrighty, so I will bring you down when it's all done and ready. Okay, so it's almost set, so I'll try not to go too close. So that's the glitter, and check this out, it's just like made its own little ripple effect there, and that's that gorgeous coppery color. And check this out, it's just so amazing. It just, this pigment just created its own little cells, which, see, they just look like fragments of the pigment, but they're not. They're actually little cells, and there's some in this green as well. Yeah, it just look like little bubbles underneath the surface, which I'm trying to get the good angle. See that? It's perfectly smooth. So if there were bubbles, they would have tried to rise up and pop. Some more of that glitter, some more of that effect underneath there, which if I'll try and go sideways so you can see that there's no bubbles. It's perfectly smooth, but you got those really cool effects right there. Some more glitter. I'm quite pleased with the way this has turned out. Another ripply effect where the pigment was gathering there, because see, if I go up like that, that's where it was kind of leaning towards. So it just gathered there and created that. That's pretty cool. I really love that. And I love this brown. It's not coming through on the video as good as it should. It just looks like chocolate brown in real life, but the video seemed to be changing it a little bit, and this green is slightly different as well. Oh wow, I'm really pleased with that. Hope you guys like it.